I stand here today before you humbled and a great baseball player. I am truly honored and in awe. Honored to be in the class with my fellow inductee, Wade Boggs. As I look behind me here at the greatest baseball players in the history of the game, I am in awe. I know that if I ever allowed myself to think this was possible, if I had ever taken one day in pro baseball for granted, I would not be here today. This will come as a shock, I know, to most of you, but I am almost speechless. The reason I am here, they tell me, is that I played the game a certain way. That I played the game the way that it was supposed to be played. I don't know about that, but I do know this. I had too much respect for the game to play it any other way. And if there is a single reason I am here today, it is because of the word respect. I love to play baseball. I'm a baseball player. I've always been a baseball player. I'm still a baseball player. That's who I am. I was a baseball player when I was 10 or 12 years old, pretending to be Willie Stargell or Johnny Bench or Louis Tyant. When my bat was an old fungo, my ball was a plastic golf ball. When the field was the street and my older brother Dell and I would play all day long, I was a baseball player at North Central High School in Spokane, Washington, even though I was all city in basketball. Even when I signed the letter of intent to play quarterback at Washington State, that's why Dell advised me to turn down the chance to play football and sign in with the Phillies outside of high school. I had too much respect for the game to leave it behind or make it my second or third sport in college. Everything I am today, everything I have today, everything I will ever be is because of the great game of baseball. Not the game you see on TV or in movies, but baseball, the one we all know. The one we played with wiffle baseball bats pretending to be Yaz or Fisk or Rose in dirt fields and in allies. We all know that game. The game fit me because it was right. It was all about doing the right thing. If you played the game the right way, played the game for the team, good things will happen. That's what I loved most about the game. How a ground out to second with the man on second and nobody out was a great thing. Respect. I was taught coming up in the Phillies organization to be seen and not heard by people like Pete Rose, my hero growing up, and players like Mike Schmidt and Steve Carlton and Manny Trio. I understand that. My parents, Derwent and Elizabeth, who are no longer with us, understood that. My mom was at every single game I played as a kid, rain or shine. My dad always said, keep your nose clean, your mouth shut, and your eyes and ears open because you might learn something. My sister Meryl and my late brother Lane knew about this too. So did my first professional manager, Larry Rojas, a guy who was always in my corner as I climbed through the Phillies organization. Guys like Billy Harper, the scout that signed me, Ken Ealms, my high school coach, PJ Carey, a Phillies coach, they taught me to respect the game above all else. The fourth major league game I ever saw in person, I was in uniform. Yes, I was in awe. I was in awe every time I walked onto the field. That's respect. I was taught you never, ever disrespect your opponent or your teammates or your organization or your manager, and never, ever in your uniform. Make a great play, act like you've done it before, get a big hit, look for the third base coach, and get ready to run the bases. Hit a home run, put your head down, drop the bat, run around the bases, because the name on the front is more. A lot more important than the name on the back. That's respect. My managers like Don Zimmer and Jim Frey, they always said I could make things easy on them by showing up on time, never getting into trouble, being ready to play every day, leading by example, being unselfish. I made things easy on them. These things they talk about, playing every day, that was my job. I had too much respect for them and for the game to let them down. I was afraid to let them down. I didn't want to let them down or let the fans down, or my teammates, or my family, or myself. I had too much respect for them to let them down. Dallas Green brought me to Chicago, and without him, who knows, I wouldn't be let down. I owed him too much. I had too much respect for him to let me down. People like Harry Carey and Don Zimmer used to compare me. They used to compare me to Jackie Robinson. Can you think of a better tribute than that? But Harry was a huge supporter of mine. He used to say how nice it is that a guy who can hit 40 homers and steal 50 bases or driving 100 runs is the best bunter on the team. That was my job. When did it? When did it become okay for someone to hit home runs and forget how to play the rest of the game? Thank you.